I'm Michaela Murray-Nolan. I'm the Executive Director of Kids Corporation, and we're one of the largest nonprofits here in Newark. We run summer and after-school programs and a year-round environmental science center and a free health clinic for about 3,500 elementary school children all over the city of Newark. So we're a bit of an interesting hybrid. We run direct-to-service programs, our own summer and after-school programs, and we also serve as a conduit for 40 other nonprofits around the city. Everything from little church groups, 20 kids in a church basement being taught by some congregants, up to large charter schools with 300 or so children. For summer schools, for after-school programs, pretty much if you run an educational program in the city of Newark, you work with Kids Corporation in some way. We get you school supplies, curriculum, teacher training, trips to our camp, healthcare, whatever your program needs to run a more cost-effective and more efficient academic after-school and summer school program.
Michaela and Murray-Nolan began working at Kids Corporation at a young age and has held almost every job in the organization.
I have been involved in Kids Corporation since I was born. I am a rare founder's kid. So my parents founded Kids Corporation before they were even married, before they were done with college, back in 1971. And like all my siblings, I worked in all of our programs growing up. In fact, we lived at the camp when I was little, and all through college and parts of high school, I worked at the camp, I taught in the schools, I taught a theater program for our community organizations one summer, I ran our camp, and eventually when I had just gotten out of college, I decided to spend one more year working at Kids Corporation. And that 1 year turned into 10 years, and I think I'm coming up on my 10th anniversary as the executive director this fall. I like all of our programs at Kids Corporation, but I think that the after-school programs that we run, which are supported in part by United Way, and our teachers there are trained by United Way. We get a lot of back office support service help from United Way on the after-school programs. Those, I think, are able to make a tremendous difference year-round for children. This job is amazing, and I've been blessed to have a lot of great experiences over the years at Kids Corporation, but I think the ones where I've met the couple of kids that I still mentor have been the best for me. When I was 18 and working at kids camp for the first time, full-time, I had a day where I had probably 15 or so children. I was the counselor and taking them through their activities. So I had this kid, and he was just all day long, didn't want to do everything that we were doing, was not having a good time. You could tell he was kind of a loner, and I just all day long kept trying to get him engaged, trying to get him involved. Finally, we went on the ropes course, and as his classmates tried to make it through this obstacle course, he all of a sudden just jumped to life and started guiding them. You know, you go this way and you go that way, and help her and hold his hand, and he got them through it completely in no time flat. It was like my fastest group all summer getting through that obstacle. And I turned to him, he was 8 years old. I turned to him and said, "Christopher, that was so great. You just, you know, you were just terrific with your classmates. You acted like a leader. I'm really proud of you." And he looked at me with big eyes and said, I was a leader? And I said, "Yeah." And he looked at me and said, "Like George Washington?" And I died. It was so funny. And "Yes, like George Washington." He said, "And like Dr. King?" And I said, "Yes, like Dr. King." Kid wouldn't let go of my hand the whole rest of the day. It was amazing. I had him. And that was 15 years ago. And I still see Christopher all the time. I ended up getting his address back before people had email, and we'd write letters. I'd see him when I came home from vacation from college, and 15 years later, we're still really good friends. He's in college, he's doing really well, he's got a good job, and he's getting his way through school. I couldn't be prouder of him. So sometimes the day-to-day around here can be a drag, but when I have a really bad day, I think about kids in my life like Christopher, and you just think, you know, all it takes is that one moment with that one kid, and you can set their life on a totally different course.